friends, today we are going to look at an interesting question, and it's going to be on combination, permutation and combination. It's an interesting question, you know, and I want to tell you that this question is interesting because it has to do with choosing candidates for a competition. It says, in how many ways can Mr. Andy choose 3 students out of 12 to solve a maths question at a maths competition? Now look at them giving Mr. Andy a very hard task. How can I choose 3 students out of 12? Well, it might be based on their merits, but let's look at how we can solve this. We have 3 ways of choosing. We have 3 students out of 12. So we have the way of choosing. How can we go about choosing these 3 students out of 12? Now, the way of choosing these 3 children out of 12 is what is having our 12 children choosing from what? 12 students choosing from 3, 12 combination 3. And I want you to recall the formula we used. We said we will always be using in solving question on combination, and that is it. The number of ways in which we can do this selection, remember, its combination is 12 combination what? 12 combination 3. Now we will have our n combination r to be equal to what? N permutation r all over what? R factorial. That's the general formula. Now, if we want to go about this to get our final result, we have to know what Pn factorial r is. In this regard, our n is equal to 12 and our r is equal to what? 3. Now, let's look at what our 12 permutation 3 will give us. 12 permutation 3 will give us what? 12 what? Factorial all over what? 12 minus what? 3 what? Factorial. So this will give us what? 12 what? Factorial all over what? 12 minus 3 is going to give us what? 9 what? Factorial. You get this? Now from 12 we are going to have our 12 times 11 times what? 10. All other ways 9 will be cleared. All other ones will be cleared. So in other words, we can say we have 12 ways of choosing the first person. The first person can be chosen in 12 ways. This can be arranged in 12 ways. Choosing the second person can be arranged in 11 ways, and choosing the third person can be arranged in what? In 10 ways. So having gotten that, we can now put this into here. We know that our 12 combination 3 will be equal to 12 permutation 3 will give us 12 times what? Times 11 times what? Times 10. All over what? That will give us what? 3 what? Factorial. Now let's look at how we can simplify this further. So this will give us what? 12 times 10 times what? Times 11 times 12 divided by what? 3 times 2 times what? 1. So this will be equal to what? 12 times 11 times 10 all over what? 6. So 6 here will give us 1. 6 will go here to give us what? 2. Now 2 times 11 will give us what? 22 times what? Times 10. 22 times 10 will give us 200 and what? 200 and what? 20. So Mr. Andy have a Herculean task here. He has these various ways to select 3 students out of what? Out of 12 students to solve this mathematics question. So I have 225 ways if I want in choosing 3 students who will solve what? 12 questions out of 12 to solve just a mathematics question in our mathematics competition. Now you see that this question can be a bit tricky, and it can also be very easy. If you know the rules, you know the principles, you can easily solve them. These are questions that can be given to you when you are taking exams on permutation and combination. Learn them, practice them, and then you will find permutation and combination very